Welcome back to Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. I am on Yavin, a space station on Yavin. I played over 10 rounds of Pazak, well, 1 over 10 rounds of Pazak to be specific against this guy. This guy is capable of selling you some of the best armor in the game. A good shield, the best shield really, in the game. Which in my opinion is not necessarily worth purchasing, but the gloves are. Bolt deflection, blaster bolt deflection. So it can help with that. I'm gonna get the light exoskeleton and that will be about it really, I guess. Or I can sell some of the stuff, specifically the race bonds. Because he takes them, I think, initially for 120, but if you beat them 10 rounds of Pazak, he'll give you a 20% discount and bonus as well on stuff he buys, so there you go. Yeah, I just wanted to show this place off without having to spend the entire video playing 10 rounds of Pazak. I kind of feel that would ruin a video if you just were playing Pazak the entire thing. I mean, Gwent, for instance, hell, even Dice in Witcher 1 is more interesting to play and watch. I guess, you know, interesting to play, sure, Pazak is interesting to play, but to watch, not so much. Anyway, now that I've gotten that out of the way, time to head back to Tatooine. I'll probably be ambushed along the way by Sith fighters.
Incoming fighters!
Alright. Another one dead. Such limited range though. Another one bites the dust. Alright, the next one is gonna... died. Come on. There we go. Alright, here we are. Well, UI is bugged as hell, but that's fine. I can handle that. So whatever. I mean, at worst, if it comes to worst, I can always just, yeah, there we go. That worked.
Yeah?
Alright, Canderous, let's see what you've got. I'm not gonna switch his armor, though. He's good as he is at the moment, in terms of his armor. I bought that piece of gear not for him, for other people. One-handed weapons in battle. Who knows? I don't know if that would apply. For now, I'm just gonna use implants. Give him a response package.
What can I do?
What?
Now, let's see this vendor. See what you've got for sale, mate. Mandalorian heavy repeater.
Yeah?
I mean, I'm curious, what does he do? 5 to 14, okay. Attack modifier, critical, okay.
Yes?
5, okay. Yeah, I guess. Let's see, wait. Mind affecting. That's versus fire. I guess I could use that. Immunity critical hits. Yes! I mean, not even a fucking question, really. That's a carbine. That could be useful, I suppose, for HK-47, but sort of 9,000 credits. Do I really want to spend 9,000 credits on HK-47? In the second game with the Sith Lord's Restoration mod, yes. In this game, no. Absolutely fucking not. You know, I forgot to sell some of the pieces of, yes. Let's see where it is. Probably a bit, yeah, there we go. Yeah, let me get the scope as well on this guy. That carbine damage. I wonder if that guy is still around now.
Why are you here, swoophead? Hunting doesn't give your kind the instant thrills you need, does it?
You'll show me respect, I demand it.
Easy now, I'm not looking for a fight. This is a friendly place to gather. You're kidding, right?
Maybe I'm tired of your face. Maybe I'll remove it.
Easy now, come on. Look, I don't want any trouble. I'll just leave, alright? Don't worry about me. Every ship that lands brings a new hotshot. I don't have the time.
You think you being a hunter gives you power? Do you feel powerful now? Let's see what this guy has. He's selling some armor, I suppose. Powered battle armor, if that's of any use. Holdout blaster. That could be somewhat useful, I guess. Brief mask. Possibly get one. Mesh underlay. Yeah, that would be fine. Said that now. I mean, there's no infinite credits, and ultimately you have to make a decision on who exactly you're gonna upgrade. It doesn't make sense to just throw in your best gear on everyone. I mean, HK, especially at this point, is pretty useless because he doesn't have the gear to become useful.
If you were looking for your fortune, you picked the wrong planet.
I don't think so. I think I picked the correct planet. At any rate. Yeah, she'll,
Sure.
Huh? Oh, wrong one. There we go. Let's get out of here.
Good hunting.
The Ving Zerka Corporation gave the Jawas their sand
So,
crawlers.
Bastila, I heard a rumor that the Vulkars captured you without much of a struggle. It must be embarrassing to be bested by a handful of street thugs.
There were extenuating circumstances, and I can assure you, it took far more than a handful of Vulkars to subdue me.
Okay, let's not get into this.
Whatever you say. All I know is that if we had more Jedi like Bastila fighting against us in the Mandalorian Wars, my side might not have lost.
Bold talk from a broken-down mercenary who is serving at Davik's heel. I'd call you his pet calfhound, but they have enough loyalty not to turn on their masters.
Insults? Maybe if your master had trained your lightsaber to be as quick as your tongue, you could have escaped those Vulkars, you spoiled little Jedi princess.
I was not spoiled. I was given the same training as everyone else in the Order. You are nothing but No, I must not do this. There is no emotion. There is peace.
That's the problem with you Jedi. Always chanting about peace and control. Never up for a good fight. Well, except for Revan, I guess.
Enough, Mandalorian. I won't rise to your bait anymore. The game is over. Let us continue on with what we were doing.
Interesting.
Yeah, what do you... I don't have as many strange stories like the last one I told you, but I do have a couple about me and the stuff I've done. In one battle above the world of Althir, my unit managed to defeat a force of Althiri 10 times our own size. That battle gained me command of an entire subsect of my clan.
Tell me the story.
For 5 days, they had managed to hold off our forces, keeping us to the outer rings of their world, preventing us from attacking it directly. My task was to assault one of their flanks with a false attack. The Althiri would be drawn out by the units I had sent in. Once they had surrounded those units, the bulk of my forces would attack from the rear and defeat them in detail.
Those Alfieri don't seem too bright.
They weren't stupid. Stupid races don't make starships and weapons of mass destruction. But they weren't masters of the arts of war as the Mandalorians are. Things didn't go as I had planned. I saw an opening, a mistake they had made in the disposition of their forces, and took it. While fending off our main force, they had let their fleet split in two. The center of their entire fleet was left exposed. I turned my forces and assaulted the center of their fleet, decimating them.
What did they do?
Their slow, ponderous ship could not turn to face us without being overwhelmed. The command vessels were destroyed in seconds. Their ranks were thrown into chaos. It was amusing to watch the surviving ships scatter and flee. Several even tried to dive through the plane of the rings to escape us. They were shredded by the rings, or crashed into rocks, or were destroyed by our forces as we pursued them. Warriors do not flee from a battle if they are losing. They fight to the end, as we did against your Jedi Revan. Another time, maybe, I'll tell you about how the war with the Republic went. For now, let's just get on with things. Is there something else you want to know? Your choice.
How can I help?
What the hell's up with this place?
About my mother? I'm unsure. I seem to find it difficult to remain objective when it comes to her. I find that disturbing.
Never
Then
mind. I mean, we've already been here about all of this. We've already discussed it in all detail. think I looted that corpse. But, yeah, I did. Okay, just keep going, kill these guys. If I need to sell anything, I have to go to Yavin. That guy in the space station will offer me a lot more money.
This is what I live.
Come on. When they write the history of Darth Revan, they'll say that he was a shit lightsaber user. They're gonna hit with this a target that was right in front of him that couldn't even avoid his attacks. And he missed anyway because he's fucking he's a fucking failure.
I'm here.
Huh? Die!
That was interesting. Yeah, I'm sure fun is what disqualifies under getting your ass destroyed by a desert beast. That's the definition of fun.
The Force fights. I'm here.
Are you sure about that, Princess? The Force fights with Canderous by the looks of it.
What?
What can I do?
Huh?
Yes?
Alright. Just need a heal. Any heal. Bastila is more capable than I am. Just gotta wait. Come on, give me. Took a lot of damage in that fight. Can probably take a bit of damage here as well.
You cannot win.
What?
There we go. One dead beast.
What?
What can I do?
What?
What can I do?
Huh?
Yes?
You can't do anything, clearly. Alright, the Eastern Sea Dune. And here I thought I had a map. Wait, what's that? Ah, hostile. Well, I'm guessing that's where I need to go. Yeah, the Sand People territory. I'm almost done with Tatooine anyway. By the looks of it. Where did her father die, though? That would be an interesting thing to discover. Pretty sure her father didn't die here.
I'm tired of waiting, Comad. How big can this dragon of yours be? I'm going in.
Bye-bye. Yeah, how big? Big. I thought you preferred to solo hunt. Why should we kill the great beast? That seems very easy. Yet more sand people I've dealt with their kind before. Why am I doing most of the legwork? Look, I have your father. You know, hold on. There's something I should do. Well, could have killed him. Maybe should have killed him. We'll see.
What can I do?
What?
What can I do?
Sure. Yeah.
You're dead.
What?
Yes?
What?
Sure.
Yes?
What?
Sure.
Achuta. Wonga kun pistol. Achuta. Wonga kun pistol. Jeda badwana ni dibobo. Do. Tune.
Here he comes. Okay.
Jeda badwana ni dibobo.
I want more. You'll give me all of it.
We Mandalorians believe in loyalty to our brothers in arms. You have allied yourself to this hunter. Betraying him now is disgraceful.
This betrayal is beneath you. Do not let your greed draw you to the dark side.
Muchashak pakat. Jeda badwana ni dibobo. Don't.
Then I will cut you down.
Puna.
You cannot win.
I don't much care. There is no. What would he give me? Let's see here.
Jeda badwana ni dibobo. Jeda badwana. Ronda di hotonga. Muchashak pakat.
You know, you just get the pearl. Regardless, this is just being a dick for the sake of being a dick. You don't even gain anything from it. Okay.
Yes?
What?
How can I help? About my mother? I'm unsure. Do you think I should?
You might want to consider it.
That would just lead to another argument. How I always despised talking to her. I'll think about it. I should try and remember my training. I should be able to let go of this, but I can't. I don't want to talk about this anymore. Let's keep going.
Alright. I got the holocron.
Anybody else get the feeling that finding this star map in the back of this Krayt Dragon's cave is more than just a coincidence?
The star map is an artifact of the dark side. The Krayt Dragon may have been drawn here by its dark power, and be enslaved by it. Now
that we've got what we came for, we should probably move on. Can't say I'm going to miss this pit of the world.
Alright, let's go. A new speeder. Alright.
I have to give you credit. You've led me on quite a chase, but nobody gets away from Calo Nord in the end.
I see you brought some backup, Calo. Realized we were a bit too much to handle on your own, huh?
You got lucky on Terrace. The Sith attack saved you from a quick and gruesome death. But I promise you, the Sith won't be getting in my way this time.
You traveled a long way just to die.
Let's go, boys. It's showtime.
What?
Sure.
Yes?
Huh?
Yes?
I'm here.
What?
Sure.
I'm here.
What?
That'll show you.
Yeah, you came a long way just to fucking die at the end of the day. I think this is... it depends on how you view it, really. I mean, this is better against Fire, Cold, Sonic, but... no. It's probably about the same, really. The question is it... if it's upgradable or not, that's the question, isn't it?
What?
Well, now to deal with Bastila's mother.
What can I...
What?
Sure.
Yes?
Yeah?
Yes?
What can I do?
Yeah?
Yes?
Come on, Canderous, you can do better than that. On, there we go. Alright, time to go back home. And that's it for Tatooine, I think. A very nice place, really. Actually, I want something from that droid shop. Show me what you have. Okay.
Back already? Have you even looked for the holocron yet?
I have the holocron, Mother. I'm just not sure I want to give it to you.
And why not? Would you deny me even that?
I've never denied you anything, Mother. You may think I don't remember what it was like before I left for the Order, but I do. You were the one who pushed Father to go on one treasure hunt after the other. You loved living in wealth. You think I don't remember the fights? You were eager to send me to the Jedi even though I didn't want to go. You took Father away from me. And now this holocron is all I have of him.
Fool girl. You have a strange way of remembering things. That wasn't...
No, I don't wish to argue with you anymore, Mother. It's time we parted ways now, for both our benefit.
Maybe you should listen to what she has to say.
You don't know her. My mother is notoriously deceptive when she wants something. Why should she have the holocron?
Is it too difficult to believe that I am a dying woman who simply wishes to see her husband one last time?
I find it difficult to believe anything you say, Mother.
Maybe one of you should be the first to give the other a break.
You're right. It shames me, but I find it difficult to let go of the past. I'm sorry, Mother.
I was hard on you, dear. I wasn't a very good mother to you. I know that. Your father loved you so. He wanted you to be just like him. He wanted to take you on his hunts, but I said they were too dangerous.
Yet you let your husband go on these dangerous expeditions.
I always tried to keep him from the dangerous ones, but he would have none of it. It was a reckless life we led. Always moving. I didn't want that for you.
So that's why you gave me to the Order?
What do your father and I have to show for all those years of hunting? Nothing. That was no life for anyone. Especially not someone as gifted as you, your father. He spent all his last years trying to pay for my treatments. That's why he went for the pearls. I begged him not to, but...
Your treatments?
I'm dying, Bastila. I did not lie about that. It's been a long time in the coming, and there's really nothing that can be done anymore. I told your father to let me go, but you know how he was. Stubborn, like you.
I'm so sorry, Mother. I don't know what to say.
Keep the holocron, Bastila. It would do me good to know you have it. This talking to you. This is what I really needed before I
know. Thank you. I'm glad we talked too.
Well, now, you said you had important business, and you were never one to mince words. You there. You take care of my daughter, you hear me?
As if she'd let me.
You make her let you. She's too much like her father in that respect.
Where are you going to go?
It doesn't matter, dear. Don't you worry about me.
Here, take these 500 credits. It's all I have. Go to Coruscant and find a doctor. I'll meet you there after what I have to do.
But I already told you there's nothing that can...
Please take it. I want to see you again, when we can talk.
All right, I will. You do what you have to, Bastila. You go make your father and I proud.
I'll try. Farewell, Mother.
Yeah?
How can I help?
You feel better now?
Yes. That brought me a lot of peace. More than I thought it would have. Thank you for urging me toward it. After all my training, I would have thought it would have been easier. Apparently, I still have much to learn. How can I help? I do. I've been trying to come up with the best way to say this for some time, but I suppose I should just come out and say it. The truth is, I have come to depend on you. Not just for the sake of the mission, but for my own sake as well. I'm glad you're with us.
What was that? I think I'm going deaf. You better say it again.
You're teasing me. You know very well what I said.
I'm still reading from the shock. Was that a compliment?
Well, yes. Surely that's not so surprising.
It's just that you sound so pained saying it.
Did I? I am trying to be sincere here. It occurred to me that I may have been too critical of you. Too demanding at times.
I appreciate the gesture, Bastila.
I know my manner can be a bit taciturn. I know you must be getting sick of my lectures about the dark side and everything else. I spent all my years being hounded by my instructors, being told so often how gifted and important I was until I was sick of it. I remember when I was younger, I used to swear that I would never become as self-absorbed and stodgy as the Jedi Masters. It's ironic, really.
Maybe, but you don't need to be like that.
I suppose not. But I am becoming like that, though it's not easy for me to admit. Being controlled has kept everyone around me at an arm's length. Even those like yourself who are most in need of my understanding and compassion. Maybe it's time to change that. You deserve to know how much I respect and admire you. I had to tell you how much I care for you. As a friend, of course.
We could be more than friends, Bastila.
Please, it's not allowed. I have to remain true to the Jedi ideal. If this is going to cause a problem, maybe I shouldn't have said anything. Well, that was not nearly so difficult as I feared. Thank you for hearing me out. I feel much better, but enough soul-searching for now. We should probably continue on with our mission.
Friend-zoned. Truthfully, it's... the code, the Jedi Order, the dark side. I know, being fucking Revan, for one. Just saying. I mean, I can't say I blame her. I'd probably be like, in her shoes, I'd probably wouldn't touch Revan with a 10-foot pole. What? Who's that? Is this some kind of con game? I'm sorry, this must be some... thanks? What is this about? Well, that's one dealt with. We need to talk, Bastila.
How can I help? Am I so transparent? I suppose I shouldn't be surprised, considering our bond. Yes, there is something I would like to ask, if you'll permit it.
Go ahead.
In our time together, I've been watching you. You are a true servant of the light. You follow the tenets of the Jedi Order despite the lure of the dark side. And with so little training, for me it has always been a constant battle. Don't you find it difficult at all? You make it seem so easy. Or is that only an illusion?
I think it is easy, generally, to know what is right. To do what is right is a bit difficult, but to know what is right, no. That's not difficult at all. I just do what I think is right.
And that's enough for you. If only it were as easy for me. If only the right path was always clear. I've always struggled for control over my passions. I've always been too quick to anger, too quick to get involved. My instructors constantly berated me for it. I've often dreamed that I might be able to confront Darth Malak myself. I dream I can use all this power I have to kill him and stop all the death and destruction. I just think about all the evil that the Sith have caused, and I get so furious. Yet we are told that these feelings are the path to the dark side.
I think destroying that kind of evil would be worth it. The world isn't black and white, and that's the fundamental issue with the Jedi and the Sith. That they believe in a black and white world. Shades of gray.
But what comes next? After using all that power, would you decide to impose your own view on the universe? The dark side corrupts your very thoughts. The very thought that I could become as evil as Malak. I just can't fathom it. It just doesn't seem possible. I mean, how could I... No. Wait, I'm sorry. I shouldn't even be asking you this. The Jedi teachings are clear. Who am I to question them? And even worse, who am I to try and make you question them?
What?
These are dangerous thoughts. The indulgence of a vain mind. Please, forget I ever mentioned this. Let's just return to our mission.
Interesting.
How can I help? Then I suggest...
Yes, what's on...
We didn't end our last discussion very well.
I'm not very good at this. I know I owe you an apology. More than one, probably. I was just so desperate to finally face Saul directly in the Battle over Terrace. And now the Jedi have us looking for these star maps. I know this mission is important, it's just, I feel a bit useless. I mean, I can fight, sure, but I'm no Jedi. All this feels completely out of my league.
Why don't you just return to the front lines then?
Because this is more important. This may really finally make a difference. I suppose even if I can't figure out everything that's going on, I still want to help if I can. I just hate not knowing what's going on and feeling this helpless. But I shouldn't have taken that out on you. I've been a royal pain in the backside, haven't I?
Don't worry about the Carf.
No, I do worry about it. I've traveled the lanes more than once. I should know better than this. So, I'm sorry. Will you accept my apology?
Only if you agree to work with me for once.
Done. Let's get underway then, shall we? Partner? Yes, what's on your...
Well, that's been dealt with, I suppose. One personal crew drama out of the way.
How may I be of... What is it you would like to speak to me about?
What are you thinking about?
I have been thinking much about our journey, and I am grateful and honored that you have accepted me with you. I am not used to such unbiased acceptance from one who is nearly a stranger to me. We Cathar do not make friends easily, or for long. Even on Tatooine I remained alone. Not ostracized exactly, but separate.
It must have been difficult for you.
Yes, it was. I find it difficult to speak of those things. I do not want to live that way ever again. And here, it seems different. It is warming. I feel almost welcome. Needed. You seem to be very decisive when it is required of you. It is reassuring to know that I can count on someone like you.
You could try counting on one of the others, you know?
I feel that I could count on any of you. But you are the one who drew me back from the dark side. It is to you that I feel a debt, and I shall make it up to you.
Alright.
How may I...
I mean, clearly the conversations with Bastila exist there to have, like, that romantic relationship with her. That's the canon at the end of the day. Or if you're playing female, the canon is with Carf, so just deal with that one. And I think that designing a game around the idea that you're gonna have a romance between the main player character and Bastila, specifically Bastila, with the bond and all, does make the game actually better. And the problem with a lot of Bioware titles since then is that romance is optional. I mean, I guess you could argue that maybe Morrigan, Tali to an extent, and I stress the Tali part because you can clearly see that with Tali, she's a big portion of at least the Geth plotline in Mass Effect 3. Or maybe Garrus to an extent, but not to this level, not to this point. I was wondering if you could talk.
What is it you would like to speak to me about?
Tell me more about your past.
Well, I suppose I have not talked very much about the Jedi I met back home. They, all of them, were so very invigorating.
Invigorating?
They were so very alive. So full of hope and energy and zeal. In retrospect, I can see it was a little bit tragic.
What do you mean?
Those Jedi were going to fight the Mandalorians just after they had invaded. Many of those Jedi perished in the fighting. But to us, they seemed invincible. Especially their leader, who they talked about all the time. Paragons of light and justice, sweeping away all iniquity before them. It was like looking at gods.
Damn straight, I do look divine. No, not that fucking arrogant. The Jedi are not gods.
I know that. I was using poetic license. But those Jedi, they were enthralling. Everyone wanted just to touch them. Some people thought it would bring them luck. Not that the peace they brought lasted very long.
What happened?
The Jedi left. The people grew complacent. Those who had been wronged saw their chance at revenge. And so the cycle continues. The oppressed become the new generation of oppressors. The human oppressed, that is. The non-humans were never treated well in any case. We felt the brunt of both administrations.
Was it that bad?
Of course it was. They took their frustrations and hate out on us because the people they wanted had already fled or were too well protected. But no one looks out for the injustices we suffered. Oh no, but I am sorry. I should not have outbursts like that.
As long as you do not let your anger influence you.
Don't you see? The very fact I mentioned it means it has its influence. Anger can lead to the dark side, and I must be ever careful that I do not fall back into those ways. I thank you for your support. My outburst was uncalled for, but you did not lash back at me. You are a much better Jedi than I, it would seem. But let us not speak more of this now. We should continue on our journey. Perhaps later we will talk again. Yes.
Is something wrong?
I have been bothered by something of late.
What is it?
I never told you where I came from, did I? Where I grew up as a child? I suppose I was trying to deny what I was feeling.
What?
I have been wrestling with my feelings inside, trying to come to terms with it, but I find I cannot. I must have someone to blame. Someone to blame for the destruction of my homeworld. Someone who is responsible for the death of everyone I have ever known, except those on Tatooine.
You mean?
Taris. It was Taris that the Sith destroyed to try to kill you and your precious Bastila. Taris, my homeworld.
Sometimes you do need to make sacrifices.
The sacrifice of an entire world is too much for any cause. How would you feel if Tatooine or Alderaan or some such world were destroyed? Would you be so callous then?
I thought you hated your homeworld.
It was my home. If it were not for you and Bastila, the Sith would have never had reason to destroy that world. It was your fault for being there, and your fault for rescuing Bastila. Without your intervention, the Sith would have had no cause to lay waste to my childhood.
But...
Just let me vent my anger. I need someone to blame. Something. Anything. I hated that world. Yet everything I learned as a child, I learned there. It is as much a part of me as the air I breathe. I have this ache inside me, where all my childhood memories lay, and I find your face there with them. If it was not for you, that world would still exist.
Calm yourself. Remember the Jedi Code.
There is no emotion. There is peace. I suppose you did what you had to, and it could not have been avoided. The Republic needs you and Bastila. Maybe needs you more than it needed Taris. But it is so hard to lose your entire past. You would not understand.
It will be alright, you honey.
Yes. Yes, I suppose it will. As long as we remain focused on our task, it will. I am sorry. I will try not to distract you in the future with my trivial experiences. We should stop for now.
Uh-huh.
How may I... What is it you would like to speak to me about?
What are you thinking about?
Taris was my home for many years. As much as I hated it, it was still home. A rat hole, a warren, a paradise. I suppose you could call it all these things. For me, it was hell.
How so?
To walk down the streets, to have people look at you in disgust, like an animal. Most did not know anything about me. But it was there, all the same. Because I was an alien. Because I was different from them. Frightening. I doubt any of them had even seen my people before. So they persecuted me. They looked down on me and my family. Charged us more for food. Would not let us walk their streets. They spat on us. You are human. You could not possibly know.
Well, humans can be just as cruel to each other.
That is true, I suppose. But it is much more obvious for someone like me. There were no other Cathar on Taris. No one to talk to, no one to confide in. But you must think me weak for saying this. But I am strong enough to admit it.
You know, it seems to be a lot of these options are just being a dick for the sake of being a dick. You're not weak, Juhani. It must have been hard. I mean, when you're in with an actual person, right? You can say things like this, but you don't necessarily mean it. You're just being very sarcastic or all that. No, Revan means it in this game.
I thank you for your concern, but maybe I am weak. To think that some stories of my stupid past could possibly interest you.
I'll be here to listen.
I thank you. You are kinder than I would have expected to put up with me using you in this way. I hope that I will not use your time so badly in the future. Thank you.
If I didn't want to speak with you, I wouldn't speak with you. Just let me put it like that. Damn, though. She's got a lot to say.
Yes, what's on your...
How can I help?
Yes, we will revisit this conversation, Bastila. This is not done yet.
How may I be of assistance to you, Padawan? What is it you would like to speak to me about? Of course.
Nothing for now, thank God. That's over. It's over. It's done. It's just not a natural conversation, really.
Hey there. What? Don't worry.
Alright, I can play Pazak against Mission and beat the shit out of her with the deck I have, but yeah. You need about 16 repair to really repair HK-47, which I don't have.
I think I'll tell you a bit about the recent war we had with the Republic. That might be more familiar to you. The one where Jedi Revan beat my people. We started by conquering worlds outside the Republic. We did it quietly so the Republic wouldn't really know what was going on until it was too late. When we finally did hit the Republic worlds, they had no idea we were coming. We came in through 3 invasion corridors in adjacent sectors. Anyone who put up a fight, or wouldn't fight, was crushed. We razed whole worlds trying to provoke the Republic into fighting us. I don't particularly enjoy wiping out worlds for its own sake, but the cowardly tactics the Republic defenders used left us little choice.
What do you mean?
Hiding in the homes of civilians, using families as shields, thinking we would not use appropriate force on their bases inside major cities. They underestimated our resolve, and what measures are acceptable in war. Those who cannot defend themselves should not be around those who can in battle. If annihilating a city is the kind of power it takes to overwhelm a Republic shield device, then that's what we did. Necessary force to destroy all opposition.
Yeah... None of these... I agree with none of these answers, really. I mean, you did what you had to do, I suppose, but that's war. I'm not taking joy in it, but whatever.
There was no honor in wiping them out like rats. But some of your forces did redeem the Republic in our eyes. Especially later.
Later?
Later, when Revan had joined the war. But we'll get back to that. We've wasted too much time already. Is there something else you want to know? Your choice. Yeah, what do you...
Tell me about the Mandalorian Wars.
We fought against the Republic forces for some time, over the course of many battles. At the start, they were not much of a threat to speak of. But once the Jedi Revan took charge, things began to turn against us. The Republic fleets began to use more than just basic tactics. Feints, counterattacks, mass deceptions. Revan was a genius on the field. Revan abandoned worlds of their defenders so that others would be too fortified to strike, and was willing to make sacrifices in order to advance goals. And in the end, Revan proved too much for us.
You couldn't have won against the whole galaxy.
But it was close. So close. It looked like the entire galaxy was within our grasp. I still remember that final battle in the skies above Malachor 5. The 2 fleets filling the space around it, outshining the stars.
What happened in the battle?
It was not your ships, or your men, or your vaunted fight for freedom that won this, the final battle of the war. It was by the actions of one person, the Jedi Revan, that you prevailed. His strategies and tactics defeated the best of us. Even Mandalore himself was taken aback by the ferocity of his attacks, the tenacity of his defenses, and the subtleties of his plans. He fought us to a standstill, and then began pushing back. We really didn't have a chance.
Why didn't you retreat?
It was what we had wanted all along, in a way. We wanted to fight the best, in a battle that would be remembered for centuries. And we did. And Revan won. I don't hold a grudge against Revan, and neither do any of my people. It was the greatest moment of my life to be in that battle. If Revan had been a Mandalorian, nothing in the galaxy would have stopped us. But wishing for the past to be different is useless. Better look to the future, as we should now. We'll talk more later, I think. Is there something else you want to know? Yeah, what do you...
I'd say that was actually fairly interesting. Canderous is not Zaid. Let me just put it like that. He's not as interesting as Zaid, but he sure as hell is interesting in his own way. So I'll take mission. I mean, I could go with you know what? I'm gonna go to Tatooine, I figure. Yeah. And take mission there. Wherever I jump, whichever planet I go to, I'll take mission.
Incoming fighters!
Yeah, cinematics are a bit bugged. I guess I should restart the game. I figure I should. Just not right now. You're coming with me, young lady.
Hey there. Don't...
Well, clearly that's not gonna work. How good is this? Oh well, good enough I suppose. Costin here on Serious Gaming signing out. That was Tatooine, and that was Juhani, and Canderous, and Bastila, and Karf. Stay tuned for